Hey friends, this is Wayne over to Ram Man Inc. Hey, we're going to go over Hemi boosters for the umpteenth time. I mean, I've done this, I don't know, at least 10. So, we got a customer with a 70 CUDA, and he sends in his pictures, which is great. Okay, now, everybody in the Mopar world that sees a tandem Bendix booster, they call it a Hemi booster. Every single one of these they call a Hemi booster. Well, they ain't. They just ain't. The tandem Bendix booster was introduced in the 1962 Imperial. An Imperial. And they were used on the Imperial, which is a whole different line of cars, often referred to as the D bodies. They were used on the C bodies. They were used on the B bodies. Then they were used on the E bodies in a Hemi configuration. So, just because you see one of these, the first thing you need to say to yourself is, just like the lotto, I didn't win shit, and it ain't a Hemi booster. Once again, the telltale sign is the short dog leg rod coming out. That is a telltale sign. There ain't no other rod that looks like that. There's like 7 different rods used in this can. All different lengths, shapes, and sizes. If you don't see that right there, it ain't a Hemi. I'm going to repeat that for the slow folks. If you don't see that, what we call dog leg rod, it ain't a Hemi booster. A Hemi booster has a different stud pattern than the normal booster. A Hemi booster has a different stud pattern than a normal booster. This plate will not fit on the back of a normal Bendix booster. It will not fit. That means it won't go through the firewall either. That means it won't go through the firewall either. The Hemi booster was only designed to be attached to the brackets. So, just because you got a real Hemi booster like this one right here, it ain't worth a shit without the brackets. You're still dead in the water. Let me say that again for the slow folks. Just because you have this unit, it's a paperweight. The Hemi bracket coming down the assembly line, the Hemi power unit, was designed to bolt to the manual plate, whether it be a B or E body. It was designed to bolt directly to the plate, which usually has the diamond hole in it. So, you got to think about this. So, they're building the car, and it's coming down the assembly line. Now, all of them had a firewall plate. All of the cars had a firewall plate. For you slow folks, all of the cars had a firewall plate besides the A-body. And so they stuck that firewall plate on there, and then they either stuck on a master cylinder, or they stuck on a booster, or they stuck on the Hemi brackets. And the Hemi brackets were designed, they have the same pattern as the master cylinder. That's why they just bolt directly to where the master cylinder would be on a manual car. So, if you look at this picture, there's quite a few parts in here. You notice that the booster is this one little Lone Ranger over here, and the whole frickin' handful of these parts is for the bracket. So, once again, for the slow folks, if you don't have the bracket, you ain't got shit. That's what I'm doing right now, is putting together a couple Hemi units. Got to assemble the brackets and the boots, the spacers, wave washers, cotter pin, square pins. These were all machined, squared, fit the brackets. A lot of work goes into a Hemi assembly. It ain't just some $129 Maypop seal stamp can out of Ningbo, China. God bless you. Kate told me don't leave off the master cylinders. Mopar boosters. And we're talking about the tandem Bendix. Have a front push rod in here. These front push rods and the piston depth were matched. The depth drilled in the back of the piston needs to be matched size and shape to like the booster, the car, and such. If you believe that you're just going to get some ho-hum master cylinder and it has the exact depth from the mounting flange to the bottom of the rear piston, send me some money. I'm going to show you some other bullshit. God bless you. God bless America. And happy Mopar.